Bonjour, today on Travelling Fabulously, I'm giving you a fabulous Paris arrondissement guide. And I'm starting this guide off with the very first arrondissement in Paris. Yep, the first arrondissement. Well, I could have started with the 18th, I suppose, but no, I decided the first.
You know what I say, whatever you do, do it fabulously. So why don't you come and join me on this week's episode of Travelling Fabulously.
Before we get started, if you want more fabulous tips on arrondissements in Paris, or just other fabulous travelling tips on what to do and where to go in Paris, France, and maybe the rest of Europe, then subscribe by hitting the subscribe button just down below. It's just down there. No, you'll get to know me. I don't really have a twitch. I'm just trying to point with my head, which I do quite often, point with my head, where the subscribe button is. But anyway, just subscribe. Why wouldn't you? Oh, and don't forget, if you liked it, press the like button. But we can get to that more at the end of the video. The first, unfortunately, isn't really known for its foodie hotspots, but there are a few places like these that I'd highly recommend. Since the 40s, Lux Vaugeois has been Paris's premier spot to buy this delicacy that some people love and some people just love to hate. French baking and cooking supplies can be found at Moira. I tried a delicious meal for lunch in the garden at the Mandarin Oriental. Or you could try a Michelin-starred lunch at Kai. Delicious coffee at Café Kitsume that Lenny waits in line for. Or on a busy day, you can wait in line for a delicate patisserie at the famed Angelina on Rue de Rivoli. But if you are a foodie, you must come along to the place behind me, El Deliquent. It's the oldest cooking shop in Paris, and a place that breaks my credit card every time I go in. Yes, literally, they break it. But if you have a healthy credit card, then go in and check out the wonderful cooking supplies in this fab place. Some people make room for clothes in their travel bags, but I prefer to make room for copper saucepans. One of the less known galleries and passageways in Paris is the fabulous named Galerie Vero Dudat. It combines historical buildings with modern, very zhuzhy shops that sell everything from cutlery to handbags, porcelain, vegetable figurines, cat chairs that human can sit on, the Hope Diamond. Okay, I've seen the Britney video. I know that the old lady dropped it in the ocean, so oops, I did it again. And of course, some fantastic old staircases at Galerie Vivo Dudat. Well, I hope that's the right French pronunciation, but you know, I do that all the time. Get the wrong French pronunciation, that is. A lot of people don't know this. The first arrondissement is the smallest arrondissement in Paris. But, I mean, I like small things, don't you? It's not the size that counts, it's what you can do with it. Yes, not only is it the smallest arrondissement in Paris, but it's also the least populated arrondissement in Paris. That doesn't stop it from being one of the most visited arrondissements in Paris. Why? It's the home of very big attractions like the Louvre, the Arc de Triomphe de Carrousel, La Pyramide in Versailles, the Comédie Française, Les Halles, Musée des Arts et Décoratifs, the Palais Royal, Sainte-Chapelle, Place de Vendôme, Galerie Nationale de Jeux de Paume, which actually used to be a tennis court, the Church de Saint-Eustache, Rue de Rivoli, the W.H. Smith Bookshop, a conciergerie, and the Pont Neuf Bridge. And another big attraction of the first is the Tuileries. Created by Catherine Medici in 1564, it's now one of Paris's main tourist attractions that also attracts the locals as well, both Parisians and wildlife. Those are clever ducks. So I hope you liked this episode of Travelling Fabulously, my Paris guide to the first arrondissement. If you did, press the like button, leave me a comment down below and tell me what you really think of me. Go on, I dare you. That's going to get all sorts of comments, I know. Subscribe to Fabulousness by hitting the subscribe button just down below. Look, I'll do it with my finger this time. It should be down there, not my head. I won't do it with my head. And remember, as I say, whatever you do, do it fabulously.